Hey. Going on. Let's see if I'm dropping any frames. I shouldn't be. No frame. All right. Is it really soft? I just want to know if it's like too quiet or do I need to turn it up? Boom. Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. Yeah, I'm playing music. Is it fine? What about my voice? How are the levels? Okay. Makes me so angry. You do this for. Oh my god, now the cats really want to do this shit right now? They're gonna knock that shit over. Where is it? Hey, what's up, Ed?
Yo, what's going on? I sound okay on you, Mike.
That sounds fine.
Cool.
I'll broadcast everybody once everybody is on.
Cool. Yeah.
What else are we waiting? Jeff. Good to go. Let me ping him. I can do some. Just waiting for Jeff. That he's on his.
Yes, I was getting water. The Realm Reborn posters are so cool.
Thank you. It used to be a bag that I got from PAX, and I cut it up to frame it.
So cool.
Well, we're waiting for Jeff. How are you guys doing right now?
Right.
We do a mic check for everybody.
Check.
I am doing splendidly.
Don't look like anyway. Good. Go. Alright. Jeff would be the last one to... This is his idea. Not surprised. There he is. Okay.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, dude?
hello, hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Nice. Is that four? That's four?
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
Alright, I'm gonna turn you up a little low. Alright, guys. Well, now that we're started and everybody's here, this was Jeff's idea. Wanted to record.
I did. I did. It was more of like a knee jerk thing to the response of some other people. That's all. Right. I'm not gonna name them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But-
It's
but-
fine. But
This is why I asked Siri too, right?
yeah, exactly. So thank you, Denia and Ben, for dropping by. So me and Jeff used to be part of a Final Fantasy 14 podcast a few years back, and you know, it's like it was nice being able to to talk about just the game on a regular basis. Okay, Alexa, thanks for just being all loud. But yeah, it was it's just kind of like more of a it's a good time to do that right now with Endwalker coming out. So if
Right.
if we want to go around and everybody introduce yourself.
Okay. Am I starting? I guess I can start.
I don't have to introduce myself. This is my stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll start. Yeah. So I am. My name is Jeff, and I'm playing this game since 2.0 or 1.0 actually. Yeah, like Josh said, we were podcasting together with another group that we all, I guess, both of us eventually left. And I just randomly missed podcasting because after watching Echo and Limit do those raids, watching them raid, it was nice, especially because I have time to watch them while working. If I can work from home, but like just watching them do the raids, talking about it because they do debriefs after they win. Oh, fantastic, right? With fucking Sophia and other people from the community. So I mean, this is post Asmongold too. So this is none of that. Like, because like I even actually enjoyed watching Asmongold raid the first time. I don't know if any of you watched him.
Oh,
do,
dude,
like,
I watched his whole journey essentially.
Oh my god, I watched up until he did like Garuda Extreme. It's like that whole journey for that one fight. It was like 2.5 lockouts or something.
Yeah,
Like,
it was pretty great.
The look on his face when he won for the first time. Oh, wait, like all that shit just came back.
Yeah.
Came back. Like I felt that too, and I was like, oh shit, I remember what it's like to love this game that much. To want to talk about it again. But yeah, I am on Sargatanis, and I don't know. My name changes every now and then. Right now, my name is Jeff is a Hums Up Low because I'm just fucking memeing for the first tier.
Okay, so Jeff,
but
what
yeah,
is
that's
your
me.
what would you say your level of play is? Are you casual? Are you mid-core? Are you hardcore? Or like, do you just want like glamour, or do you do housing? What would you say you
Okay.
you do?
I mostly raid. I mostly like raid. I love the system of raiding in this game. I don't want to say I'm hardcore, but like the last couple of tiers that I've played this, I've been going at it pretty hard. Like I don't world first race because I don't care for that. I just don't. I don't think a lot of people do anyway. I think what a total of like 20 people care about it in all of our fucking population. And this was even a point of conversation with like Limit Max and all those people. Like we don't give a fuck about world firsting
Mm-hmm.
in this game, this population in general, but we care about like clearing early. So
Right,
week one
right.
clear,
Week
a week
one
one
clear
clear
is
is
super
good,
important.
or like week two clear, right? Is like you're golden.
Yeah.
Anything more than that is like no one cares. Like who do you even know who world first did? Like everything in the last couple of tiers? Like probably not. I mean, maybe you know of the people who
Yeah,
raced for it,
right, right.
but like who actually got it? I
It's
don't know
kind of
who got
weird
world
because it's
second.
like at the same time, I'm like, okay, I don't know who got world's first, but it's like I know Arthur's JP group was like world
World
second.
second,
See,
yeah,
I know
like
stuff like that. But
and
yeah, for
but you don't
sure,
know who they were.
for
You
sure,
don't. Yeah,
for
right?
sure.
They don't even do like content and all
Hmm.
that stuff. They just like these people just play the game, and none of the rest of the community cares. It's I don't know. But no, I haven't actually ever week one cleared anything, but I've always week one cleared at least the third fight most of the time. And that's not even like going super hard. That's just like raiding whenever we can. Um, But who knows? Maybe this time we'll do a week 1 clear. I don't.
Hey,
If,
hopefully
if
you
it
do.
happens, yeah. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then whatever. No big deal.
All right, Ben, what about you?
Muted.
You're muted. BT Dub.
Yo, hello, my
There
name
you
is
go.
Ben. I am Laflaga Ragnarok. I am on the Siren server. I've been playing since 1.0. And I played Final Fantasy 11. That's where I got my last name. It was my server. And
Oh, from Ragnarok. What the fuck?
Yeah, we were all in Ragnarok.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, small world. I didn't know Josh back then. Crazy, right? Um, and yeah, I'm I don't know, I think I'm. Would you be mid-core if like you only do like up to extreme primals, or is that still kind of low? 'Cause, that's a,
Uh,
I've done some Savage with you guys, but
I don't want to sound like an elitist,
It-
but I feel like that's really mid-core.
I was gonna
That's
say
not-
the same thing. That's why my face was like that, because it's like to people who do the savages, like EX primals are kind of like, they're
I mean
yeah.
mid. Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Sorry,
I'm
sorry. I
I'm,
didn't
I'm
mean
pretty
mid-core. I meant less than
like
mid-core.
low. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm pretty casual. I just like leveling stuff and playing for story. Um, I mean, I'll do like content if people want. It's fun playing with friends, but like I don't really step outside of it, just playing with like a group of people I know. But no, it's
Fair,
I love this game.
fair,
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, man. Nice to meet you, man.
All right, Denia, what about you?
Hi, I'm Denia. I have the most basic name you could possibly have on Final Fantasy because I didn't want to get invested and then I got invested and everyone knows me as Denia, so it just stuck. So everyone has my name in every server because it's one of the basic bitch options.
Oh, I didn't even know. Is it really? It's a auto-generated?
It's an auto-generated name.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you go to look me up on Lodestone, you could get a bunch of different people depending on what server you select.
I had no idea. Holy shit.
Yeah, the name is literally Cindy. I'm on the Siren server, so I'm the Siren Denia. I am a hardcore dabbler. Someone wants to go do PvP from our free company in Siren, Renzo Kukin. I'm gonna go do PvP with them. Am I gonna be great at it at first? No. But we're gonna do it until everyone's happy. Someone wants to go raid and they need a spot filled, I will go try to raid with them. You want to go do that weird housing thing to get the widget in the thing with the dungeon and the stuff? Okay, I'm the person. I'm gonna go do that for you with you for 20 hours. I dabble in everything and I'm good at most of it. I don't know. Raids are very, very hard to say whether or not you're good or bad at them because you could be really good at one aspect of the raid and really suck at other aspects. So, raiding is not necessarily my biggest favorite thing to do, but if someone needs a spot filled, I'm your guy.
All right. So,
Nice.
Ben and Denia, we're all in the same FC Siren. And also randomly Jeff and Ben and I were all on Ragnarok without even knowing each other. All on Ragnarok during Final Fantasy 11, which is hilarious.
I have never.
You never played it?
Hey Jeff, what HNML were you in?
Spike Flail. With Benrock. Because Benrock actually the guy who ran Spike Flail, I had known him before 14 came out. Or 11 came out. I actually introduced him to the game because we were both playing shooters. We were competitive shooters in the same team. And we wanted to play something super lax and not fucking like
Oh, super lax,
sweaty
and you guys played Final Fantasy 11? Wow.
because
Wow.
it was not a competitive shooter. We were like scrimming every day, right? And we were at the top of our game, and we're like, "Fuck, this is so much. Let's just like auto attack some rabbits to death." And eventually, we couldn't get on the same server, and I got tired of re-rolling servers because
Yeah, you had to have the friend pass,
Yeah, so
or
they couldn't afford it, and they
yeah,
didn't want to move to my server.
or you
I
had to
didn't
keep
want to move to theirs.
rolling until you got on the same server. Right.
Yeah, so they didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to do it, and I was like, fuck it, whatever. So like, ended up not caring, and I played for like a year or a year and a half on a different server until I swapped over to Ragnar and just made a new character. But yeah, yeah, I was yeah really on Ragnarok.
I'll search my old screenshots, see if I can find you.
And of course, I was in Zen with
Of course.
Maximilian.
Was that
Yeah,
was that a JP too?
Yep,
The
they were
Warrior?
the
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
They were
The
JP
first North American.
players that ended up. They were North American players who played on JP release, and they turned into Zen. So yeah,
like
Max.
before there was the auto translate. Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Before Zillert, right?
Oh, was
yeah.
yeah.
Right. It was right
I
before
remember
Ziller.
I remember saying to someone because they told me, "Oh, I haven't done COP," and I'm like, "Man, you haven't done the first expansion?" And I thought to myself, "Wait,
No, Rise of Zilhart was the first
that's the second
expansion.
expansion."
Yeah. Well, talking about expansions, we talk about Final Fantasy and the new expansion coming out with Endwalker, and we forget that A Realm Reborn is technically the first expansion. That's why it's 2.x.
Oh, I know, right? Right. And
So,
the raid for it?
yeah. All right. Well, what have you guys been doing in preparation for Endwalker?
I'm online right now. I'm cleaning out all my storage and putting everything in the glamour dresser and just trying to make room for all the stuff. So that's one thing.
Oh my
Let's
god.
see. I got sucked into a triple triad hunt to try to get all the cards. I pulled up my menu thinking, oh, I have a lot of cards. I do all the dungeons. I do this. I do that. I have all of them. Opened it up, and I had not gotten any of the 2.0 triple triad cards. Nothing out of 3, 4, half of 5. And I'm just like,
Oh, you're way further behind than you thought.
Yeah, and like I had cards trapped behind beast tribes, trapped behind quest lines that I was like, oh, those are side quest lines. I'm not gonna worry about those right now. I'm gonna use those for XP once the expansion drops. Nope.
Wow. I mean, I I'm cleaning my inventory. Actually, no, I have cleaned my inventory. I'm actually leveling my gatherers and crafters right now, slowly.
Slacker.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was. I don't even know what happened, but like something. We were in a conversation, me and my static. And we're talking about leveling stuff because they're all leveling stuff, and I like screenshotted what I was leveling, and I don't really give a shit about leveling stuff all to 80 and all that stuff. So I didn't care, and I was just like, look at my garbage levels, and one of my stack members was like, yo, do you want me to make you leave kits to just like boost all these?
You might as well do that
80?
now before they nerf it.
And I was like, if it's not too much trouble, sure. And so, I didn't think anything of it. Next couple of days, she messaged me. She's like, hey, do you have like 89 slots free? And I'm like, I have 4. I'm like looking at my inventory and I'm like, how the fuck am I going to clear out? So I spent the whole day just selling stuff, NPCing things.
So, shout outs to our FC leader Riku. She said she showed me this extension on Chrome, or I guess it's on Firefox too. God, I can't remember. It lets you use Lodestone, and you can see your whole retainer's inventories, and it'll tell you if shit's like duplicates or if you have shit like on 3 different retainers that could stack.
Oh my god, that's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
So
yeah, she's the master of what we call the crafting Illuminati.
yeah.
And so inventory space is pretty much key when that's like your main like focus on Final Fantasy.
Retain me not. That's what it's called.
Oh yeah,
Use that shit.
God, that's what. Dude, I have that just so that I think that like shows you your fucking item level or something.
Dude, definitely use that shit because I have maximum retainers, and a lot of them are like 174 out of 175 or like 160, and I was
Nice.
able to clear out 2 full retainers.
Yeah, because you had dupes.
Yeah, because I had, dude, I had a single item on 4 different retainers. Shit like that.
Dude,
And
that's
then like
crazy.
clearing out all my belts, or it even tells you like,
Oh, I
hey,
did that.
it tells you this can be rebought from an NPC. So you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna desynth it or chuck it because I can rebuy it at any time if I need to, right? So stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like it saved me so much space. So I did that. All my classes are 80. I have I made my goal of 160 million gil so I can get an Ishgard house.
Oh shit.
Let's
No,
see.
I'm not getting rid of mine. My Miztech house.
Oh.
I'm happy with it. Someone actually like signed my guest book thingy saying, "Hey, I'll buy your house off for you."
Why is it the same plot as Mistex? Or
Yeah,
your
well, not the
neighbor?
same plot, but that same
Oh.
plot. I don't know if it's the same like exact same plot or whatever, but it's that house is mine, right? Except on a different server, obviously.
That's pretty dope. So yeah, I've been actually playing Lost Ark so I don't get burnt out on 14 before I play 14 for a long time.
Where I have that same mentality. I don't want to get burnt out. Like my static was like, "You want to do UCOM? You want to do UWU?" And I'm like, "No. I mean, yes, but not now."
You know
And
what? I wanted to do UCOV with Scout when he asked. He hit me up, but he said he
oh
needed a
shit,
healer, and I was like, well,
let me tell you something about my healers. Yeah, no, I can't. I just can't. Like I'm right now. I'm logging in, doing either, you know, trade-ins for leaves whenever my friend gets another like thing done for me, or I'm just doing beast tribe quests. That's it.
okay. Well, so since you guys have been doing that for preparation, what do you guys plan? I'm assuming everybody has early access. What is the first thing you guys are gonna do?
I kind of want to power through the story, but at the same time, I want to take up a new job, but I don't want to miss out. So it's kind of a toss up. But
They're thinking what, Reaper?
yeah, I'll probably level Reaper, but I'll probably just take Gunbreaker through the story just to get it done, and it'll be pretty quick with on a tank.
Yeah, tanks are gonna be in need, because of the new healer and a new DPS. So tanks will be quick queues. Like they're super gonna be needed. I don't think you'll be that far behind if you are planning to play a lot during early access. You'll probably hit 80. God, you can hit 71 in like minutes and then start spamming dungeons. And then
trust.
yeah, turning in all these other quests, like you can queue up all these quests. So and then or you can just fucking go to Bozja. Boom.
Yeah, in the 70s, yeah, totally.
And
could.
then because you just got to hit 71, so you won't be that far behind, but you risk spoilers. The longer you wait through MSQ, the you'll miss spoiler or you'll get spoilers. But I did Dark Knight from 30 to 50, and I leveled faster than some people who started at 50 back in Heaven's Ward. So
I remember that shit.
dude,
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
I was like, yeah, I'm 50 Dark Knight. Someone was like, I'm 52 on my main, and I'm like, oh shit. So it's doable. You can do it. I believe in you, Ben. Hey man, I'll queue in with you. I'll queue in and
No,
I'll be Dark Knight. So if you want a new Reaper, you got a tank queue right there.
Oh
I'm
shit!
good,
Yeah. You know what? I have early access, but I have no plans for it. Like, I pre-ordered because I pre-ordered this stuff for stupid reasons because I love this game.
Hey man, I got the big box. So
Right? Yeah. If I lived in America, I would have done it too. But like everyone that I know here who has ordered it either got theirs like super destroyed in shipping or just didn't get it because of customs. They just stole it.
you know what?
Or-
I never received mine yet. Am I supposed to be getting it soon?
Your
I don't-
Endwalker box? Probably not. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah,
soon.
probably not. But like, I know friends who did
Oh,
um
the Shadowbringers, and it got
the
fucked.
collector's edition. Yeah, the collector's edition. Like, they came with like statues, right? Either the statue was like broken on arrival, or I think for Stormblood. Yeah, and then for Stormblood, I had a friend who ordered that, just didn't get it.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't know if they got it eventually, but I know they had to, like, to play the game when it came out, they had to rebuy like a digital copy to play
Oh,
it.
I'm so glad they mailed us our codes like ASAP.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah,
So,
but
what are you
for
gonna what are
me-
you leveling first?
I'm probably gonna do like Ben, fucking my warrior. Go, like, I'm not one. I hate to say this because this game is so good, and so many people have made so many videos and content about how great the storyline is, but I have no fucking clue what's going on.
Dude,
Six
I told-
6.0.
I told hella people what my plan is. I work technically Friday of early access. I'm gonna watch fucking streamers like Mr. Happy or something play through the story while I'm at work. And then when I fucking get home, I get to skip everything. I seen it. So I get the best of both worlds. I get to speed through my progress, and I get to enjoy the story, and I don't have to go back and watch it in the
Yeah,
fucking
but
in.
see, the problem for me is I have no clue what's going on. Period. So I'd have to do some sort of like 1.0 to 5.3 whatever.
You
patch
should have
we're
watched
on,
Rich. You should have just watched
right?
Rich do it.
I know.
I got my
know.
refresher by watching Rich. It was amazing seeing him cry every time. It was nice.
Right? Like, I often wonder, because I see that happen all the time, right? In content, people are like, "Oh, this is so sad," whatever. Like, I watch a little bit, or rather, like, I do a little bit of the story. So like 5.0, like literal 5.0, I like watched and read everything. But then anything past 5.0, I like lost interest because I was so like raid, and then I was like raid logging basically, right? And like getting storyline was sort of in the way of, like, because you don't get the leeway,
Right.
right?
See, the thing you need to remember is just that the whole fall of Garlemald happened because someone spit on a coffin. That's all you really need to know. This entire mess is because they spit on the coffin.
I mean, I'm not opposed to just watching something that sort of wraps it up. I think what Jesse Cox
Yes.
is starting to make. He's starting to make like a history of 14,
Yes.
which I started watching. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm totally into that if he ever finishes that shit.
Dude, I even said I would do New Game Plus. Never did it.
Oh my god, right? Like,
There's
it's
so
not
much
just-
to watch. At this point, like, it's kind of hard for new people to come in really, like, without having someone who's patient enough to let them decide if they're going to watch through all that or care to watch through all that, because there's a lot of stuff and there's lots of little things that are kind of cool, kind of funny, and are like small little triggers for other events in the world. Like the whole entire build up to Shadowbringers, like that started in Stormblood. That started slightly before Stormblood, and then you drop into Shadowbringers, and if you don't know all that background, it may not affect you as well. It's a good story regardless, but there's lots of little things, and so I wish you luck trying to get caught up on someone else's abridgment of the history. I don't know how well it's gonna go.
Whatever. If I miss the nuances here and there, I'm not gonna cry. Like I said earlier, that's all I really care was I love playing this game. Like the rating is just super interesting to me, and I love it.
And I agree. Like all the mechanics are really fun. Plus the setting that you're working in, even though it's stressful and whatnot, like what you're staring at the entire time is always so gorgeous. Even if you have to turn down other people's effects and
Flashback.
turn down the effects a little, it's gorgeous.
Oh no, this guy has like a 3090. I don't think he needs to turn down shit. Right, Jeff?
It's only a 3060 Ti, but yeah.
Okay, that's all.
I have to turn it down slightly, or I'll never decide where to stand. Like where in this bulb do I stand? So yeah, but
it wasn't until T that I had to turn effects off or down, because
Yeah.
You just need. It's not about like it's not about like the FPS or anything. It's literally like fuck. I can't see what the boss is doing.
You literally
'cause you have
can't
to
see
focus
shit.
on that
Yeah.
so much. Oh, but other than that, yeah, no, I definitely wanna try to keep my effects on as much as possible. I see Faye in the background. Anyway, I mean, how about you, Tanya? About like
For
what are your preps?
effects?
No, what are
No,
your
first-
Oh,
preps?
first
what
thing
are
you're
my
doing.
preps?
Yeah.
I am probably gonna do main storyline and chase that as far as people put up with me, and then I'll probably take a break and wander off to do like gathering or something silly. And then I'll probably do main storyline again for a while. Because is the new PvP system coming out with the expansion, or is that coming slightly delayed?
I think it's a little bit after.
Slightly delayed. Yeah. Once that hit, I'll do that a lot for a little bit, just because the new system looks really interesting and it reminds me of other games that have more of those like seasonal pass qualities. So you go in there, you do it, you get your reward, you take a couple days or weeks off, you go back in, you do the new stuff. And so I'm kind of really looking forward to that just because of the way they have it set up.
I think that system's really is a really good idea.
Well, and I
Wait,
think it allows
what
people to
system?
not like try to have to choose between PvP and the rest of
In
the game.
PvE, right. It's the new PvP like reward system.
Ooh,
It lets
okay.
you do both without feeling like you're being left behind in one or the
okay.
other.
Okay. That actually sounds like a pretty good thing because they alienated PvP, even though they claimed that they don't. I feel like they did, and this is coming from someone who doesn't even play PvP all that often.
Yeah, they kind of have like a system in place. The way it was explained is it kind of reminds me of like the Genshin strip, or like if you play Sea of Thieves, there's a seasonal strip where you just go in and you play the game, and as the quote unquote season goes on, it drops you rewards. But if you like super kick it into high gear, you can get like bonus things. But honestly, just going in and doing it for a certain amount of time, you're gonna get X rewards for doing it. And then the season's over with, we move to a new map, we move to a new like theory of which PvP situation is the season, and then it just keeps going from there, and it just constantly refreshes, which is amazing. And then if you get bored, you can wander off, come back next season.
Let's just hope
That's cool.
that PvP mode. I mean, like, sounds good how they described it and fun. Let's just hope their adjustments to PvP reflect, a good change.
Agreed.
I am mostly worried about some of the changes involving the math, because like I'm so used to seeing those big numbers when you hit or you heal, or even when you craft, you get those really big numbers hitting, and then now we're going to go back to seeing stuff that we've seen these math equations in
I
like
actually
Heaven's Word, and it terrifies me.
I talked about that the first time they talked about the stat squish, and it was something like, as a Dark Knight, I was like, I'm never gonna see 100k blood spiller, because I thought I would eventually get there, at level 90, right? But with the stat squish, I'm not gonna see it, because I think my max crit 80k maybe, right?
Got a level white mage.
Exactly, right?
40k crit misery, right?
Exactly.
Whatever. Fuck.
So it's stuff like that. It's like, oh, that's a shame. So when they announced the postponement of the early access or the release, did that affect any of you guys?
I was shocked. I could not get over it. Like, I thought they were kidding for like a good 10 minutes. Because,
Wow, really?
the live letter is usually not when we hear something that serious. And like, I just stared at the monitor for like a good 10 minutes. Like, what?
Wow. Okay. For me, what I thought at first was, fuck yeah, because okay, doing if you do the math, when the game came out, and you add 4 weeks,
Raid was on
that
Thanksgiving or
Raid-
Christmas.
Christmas week.
Yep.
Yeah, it would have been on the Tuesday of that had the Christmas weekend
Those
on
are
it.
like 22nd or something like
Yeah,
that.
the
Yeah.
22nd or something. Yeah, I was like not looking forward to that because even as an Asian kid who doesn't really celebrate Christmas or whatever, I do want to like sit down and fucking relax and do nothing because no one else is doing anything. So why the fuck would I be doing something? And usually I like go and hang out with some friends who also like sort of like a people
Friend.
who don't celebrate Christmas party. And so like I want to do something like that, especially because we didn't get to do that last year, thanks pandemic, right? And like so I
Yeah.
was like super happy about that. But I also like was like, oh shit, you know, sucks to be those people who like took work off for
Mhm.
Well, like in my case, like I had taken work off. We arranged for this weekend to be sort of that like massive video game weekend because we had Endwalker, Pokemon, the Cowboy Bebop live action drop this weekend. Today was Tiger King trashy, watch day, So there was like a bunch of stuff this week, and then so after we got over our shock of oh my gosh, like I felt so bad for them because like that was just terrible, but like after we got over that, like yeah, juggling time off is difficult, especially in the US during like the retail prime season. But for at least for my household, it wasn't too bad because at least it's dropping on like a Friday night for early access. And so we have all weekend to sort of deal with the expansion and kind of work around it. And once the work week round to the first full week of Endwalker, we were going to be back working anyway. So it didn't change things too much. Just a little bit of an inconvenience.
What about you, Ben?
About the same. I mean, I did take time off for it, but it was far enough in advance that I can just take it off anyway. So I got the 3rd off now, so
Okay.
it's all good. I've mostly felt bad for Yoshi P because he was just apologizing profusely on that stream.
agreed.
I
And
seriously didn't think people actually like bowed an apology. I always thought that was like a Japanese anime meme. And then like watching it, that was the other reason why I was just like, are you kidding me? Like what? That's actually a thing, and oh my god, I feel so
Yeah.
bad.
Well, because
Yeah,
he did the same
lowering the
thing.
head.
He did the same thing when Robon Extreme happened.
oh, the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't see that at all.
Because
I didn't see that
people,
apology.
people couldn't play, and he was super upset that people
He
couldn't
like
play
he
the game.
did the whole like bowed all the way like the groveling bow to people. He was so upset and sad, apologetic for that. So this is like it sucks because it was like he didn't want that to happen again, so he pushed back the release date. So I mean, who was it? The quote, "A bad game is bad." Wait, what was the quote?
Miyamoto, right?
Huh?
Miyamoto, right?
Miyamoto's quote. What was it?
Yeah.
Is it like
A rushed game is always bad, right?
yeah, a bad game that comes out or a game that comes out early bad is always going to be a bad game, or something like that. Just because you'll always remember it as that bad game, like Cyberpunk.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
like,
yeah, but
No
14
Man's
got
Sky.
had 1.0, so I know No Man's Sky that got fixed eventually. So
Yeah, but
5
you're gonna
years
always
later.
remember No Man's Sky to be like
Yeah.
that one. You're gonna always remember New World as that glitchy duping game where you can be invincible.
Yeah.
You know, it's
where
like
you can
no
report
matter
your
when they
enemies.
fix these things, you're gonna be like, you remember when New World and you can hold the top of the bar and shake it, and you take no damage.
Yeah, remember when you saw your enemy and then reported him for something and he got banned and you win the fight? Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's gonna remember how good it eventually got. Same with Cyberpunk. Everybody's like, dude, remember that launch and like people with like 3080 Ti's couldn't even run the game? Or no wait,
Oh, the people with
New World
3090s
was
dying.
New World was frying GPUs, right?
Yeah.
So it's like nobody's gonna not remember that over how good the game potentially ends up, right? And so I think it's fine. It sucks. Like I got this weekend off. Whoop-de-doo. I'm still getting paid for it. It's not like I lost pay for it, right? And I just
So
had to
why-
request 2 weeks later, whatever.
Yeah.
my
exactly.
my question is really, I never really understood like why would you take the day that it comes out off? I mean, obviously the easy answer is, oh, I want to play the game when it comes out. but like we always know, like remember Stormblood when that came out? You couldn't even log in because it was
And
just queues.
Shadowbringer was fine.
Right, Shadowbringers was fine, but like you can't guarantee yourself that Endwalker is going to be like that, especially with Hololive just started streaming 14 a couple days ago, and
Who
then
did?
Asmongold and what?
Who started streaming?
Hollow
Um,
Live.
Yeah,
uh,
VTuber.
Oh.
the VTubers. So like,
Oh shit.
the Gargura, those people. Like Gura's not streaming it, but Iris from the English stream is there. Do you know the anime character from the Ninja Max? His DPS meter, his has like
Yes.
has like this bunny rabbit girl. That's
Yeah.
Pecora. That's Pecora. She's Hololive JP. She started streaming 14 last week,
That's pretty
and
big.
so like she got the Asmongold treatment, where she would walk around and just her screen was just flashbangs, and people were casting shit on her, and people were crowding around the NPCs that
Whale
she needed to be
mounts.
on. Yeah, shit like that. And she was getting that treatment. So like with all of that, with Asmongold, with the huge exodus from WoW to 14, and then now with Hololive starting the streaming of 14, can you guarantee that day one servers are just gonna be like click yes, queue of 20
No,
people, let's go
there's
in.
gonna be 1,000 people queues.
Right, and like no offense, but like that's just kind of counterproductive in my opinion. But
I did it because I paid for it.
true,
I got the
true,
early access. I
True.
paid for the early access. I'm gonna
But
play
you
an
could've
early
just-
access.
But you could have just played on the weekend. You know, you could have just done like Saturday. I don't
No,
know.
well, no,
I'm just
that's what I did.
you know.
I only
Well-
requested Saturday off.
Well, like in my case, like RFC is pretty tight knit. Like, you know, we welcome everyone, but once you basically cross into the FC, like there's a Discord server, there'll be people hanging out in the chat room. We have a couple members that don't play Final Fantasy all the time, so they'll probably pop in, they'll
Yeah.
pop out. So like we'll be doing a lot of socializing that day, and then also like, you know, if you can't get in, you know, you'll have people to talk to. We can go play a different game while we're waiting for Final Fantasy to queue. So, I mean, it's kind of just a fun excuse as an adult to take time off in my case, because like, I don't care about someone's birthday. Like, we're not, you know, destination birthday people. You know, I don't have to worry about going to a wedding, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And like with the pandemic and everything, it's like no one's going anywhere. Like, it's just an excuse to have a day off, have a
lot of
party.
PTO. You know, got a lot of PTO accumulated from work. Yeah.
I did
Wait.
this year just because work from home, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I feel you. I mean, I'm not like nothing against it. It's just sort of like I never really understood the concept. Like I think I get the idea of wanting to play the game, but also the idea of like I just want to get it done so I don't have fucking spoilers. I also don't run into that because I guess I don't follow 14 Twitter, and the 14 Twitter people that I follow don't fucking spoil things. so so like I'm kind of sheltered from that, like doubly as well. So like one, I don't care, and two, I couldn't spoil myself if I wanted to because the people I talk to don't spoil shit.
Well, it also depends on what you can define as a spoiler. Like, I know someone who, like, knowing what the armor that you're going to get dropped in the level, you know, 5 dungeon, so 75, 85, you know, whatever the number of the dungeon is, whatever armor you're going to get, and you're going to get all the pieces too, because you're going to run that dungeon forever. Knowing what that looks like, because they haven't done it in a live letter, getting in the dungeons the first time you're seeing that's a spoiler to them. Whereas to me, I'm like, a spoiler's more like storyline. So it kind of depends on what spoiler means to you, which is I think why so many people get that day off in Zerg for the storyline, so that way they can at least say, I've seen everything that the main people are gonna hit.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Well, looks like you guys pretty much know what you have like a battle plan on what you want to do for like at least the first week. Definitely in early access, I'm gonna get 2 jobs tonight. That's at least the plan. But I mean, Dark Knight is the exact same class, so I don't have to worry about anything.
Gunbreaker doesn't change either. Gunbreaker got like another bullet and another TBM.
Oh no,
kind of
man,
thing.
your
That's all.
rotation
No,
got
no,
more janky. So
Warrior and Dark Knight did not change at all.
yeah,
It's like literally the
literally
same
nothing
shit.
changed. Yeah, Gunbreaker, you have to use your first continuation combo outside of No Mercy to fit your 9 GCDs in it, and that's super janky. I mean, on paper right now, that's what they're theory crafting, and that's kind of shitty. But yeah, like okay, next question. Speaking between like raiding and casual players, how do you guys feel about the devs picking one side or another for content? This goes into the delay or cancellation of the third ultimate we were supposed to get in Shadowbringers.
Just out of curiosity, what did the devs say? Who did they choose? I wasn't aware of this issue.
Oh, okay. They canceled the third ultimate to delay this game, and then they delayed the game again. Or sorry, to prevent delaying.
To prevent the
game.
delay.
But then they delayed the game anyway, so it kind of was like, well, shit. You screw over the hardcore raiders, and there's nothing to show for it except for exactly what you wanted to avoid doing.
Yeah, or like making time for other content other than like stuff like they promised 3 ultimate. It was that, and they chose pretty much to not give the third one. Do you think that there's a fair amount of content for both sides of the player base? As somebody who's only been into like an ultimate for like maybe like a lockout, maybe, I don't really have anything to say because I personally think there should have been the third ultimate.
Okay, I guess I'll go. I think there's plenty of stuff to do in this game. If all you care about is raiding, and you're caught up on it, then no, there isn't. But you are the minority of the minority of the minorities in that case. Like I think someone like was it like Xeno or something? Someone was looking at like the percentage of players who like cleared ultimates and shit or whatever.
1% of Crystal.
Yeah, and that's 1%
Shout outs to Nick. Shout outs to Nick.
yeah, Nick probably part of that 1%. But
Shout outs to
that's
Nick.
not. Is that even the population, or is that the population of Raider? Because that's even smaller.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Right, and so like, do we want to make a game that like ultimately gets dictated by, you know what I mean? Like, do you want to listen to those people, the smallest of small people,
the vocal minority, right?
The vocal minority, like that's a recipe for disaster, isn't it? Just make a game that's fun. Like I'm sorry if the gold saucer offends you, right, or something like that. Like, sure, I don't like running dungeons, experts to cap all the time, but I appreciate that content, right? I appreciate the 24 mans. People say they hate it, but
I didn't like the near ones. I ran each one once.
Do you hate the content or do you hate the people in the content? Because that's two different things. And
no,
one
there was a third one. I never played near, so I had no attachment to it, and the mechanics were all fucking shitty. On purpose. No, the mechanics were purposely made shitty by the dev. He admitted it. So it made me even want to do that shit way less. I got my clear and I was like, I don't give a shit about these.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Like I had no attachment to the Evil East ones, but I have a friend who's like super FF Tactics.
Oh, that was me.
and Yeah, I mean, like that's all. Like
Right.
join like yeah, everyone fucking is except for me, right? And she was like, I fucking loved it, and she's also like crazy raider, right? So like,
I'll
it,
admit
it
it.
matters.
I like the raid for the Evilise. Those cutscenes were like the longest things on Earth, and I couldn't get out of them fast enough.
Okay, but but like I appreciate all that stuff, even if I don't, hold it in the highest regard. That's how I see it. Like it's there, and like I'll do it, and it's like cool. Maybe not my top cup of tea or whatever. Um, and like speaking of tea, tea is the only ultimate that I've cleared. Um, but like
Hey,
I
that's the
al-
hardest one
I
though. You
I
cleared the
do
hardest
want
one.
to. Nice. I didn't realize that until I did, right? But that like I would like to do UCOB and UWU and Ultimates moving forward, but like not getting one is okay, right? Like not getting one right away or not getting one to fill the lull of content. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like before each expansion, there's always that content lull where
Right
it's
now,
just like,
the shit that's
right?
happening
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right now, well, this is like a super anomaly because like there's nothing to do, but there's everything to do because all eyes are on Final Fantasy 14 and everyone's making content of a seemingly dead game. You know what I mean? It's so bizarre. It is so bizarre to see like Jesse Cox or Quasi or like just people playing 14 and like doing storyline stuff, and it's all just like new content for them, and so like new content for the game is coming out, but effectively the game's dead right now. It's on standby for the for the expansion.
It's also weird seeing people get like hypnotized by things like someone's house that has been sitting there for like a good couple months, except for someone coming in and out to save it because they're done decorating until Endwalker drops, or
Right.
like people getting hypnotized by the fact that, oh my gosh, there's all these musicians that sit here and play all these songs, and that person over there played Smoke on the Water, and this is amazing, and
Or like
like it's
Gold Saucer.
yeah, like, oh my gosh, the gold saucer. All of us are like, yeah, we come here once a week. There's a cat board. What do you mean? Ooh, the gold saucer. Like
Yeah, no,
it's really interesting seeing it through new people's eyes.
it is, and so like this game is like alive and dead. It's like Schrodinger's game. I don't know. I don't even know. Is it dead or alive? Um,
Yeah,
but
I do feel sorry
I
if
mean,
the Raiders were promised something and didn't get it. I do feel bad that they didn't get the thing they were promised. But on the other hand, as someone who doesn't hardcore raid, I also think that the delay kind of helps them have more of a slice to kind of prepare their raid group a little bit more, especially if they're going to start trying to absorb some of these new people into their raid cliques. It might be good time for them to actually practice on some of the old stuff with the newer raiders. So, I mean, to me, it's like it seemed like the delay kind of benefited them, but at the same time, like if they were promised a thing and they're not going to get the thing, I feel really bad. I was more weirded out that we're doing Halloween in like January, I
January.
guess.
Yeah.
I was
Another
like,
thing
what?
that this what people are speculating is that we didn't just lose, or they didn't delay the ultimate, they lost one. Like people are thinking that we're not going to get 4 in Endwalker. They're just going to get, so yeah, that's another thing, just like, well, we're technically not going to get a, speaking of content that you're not attached to, like the raids or the 24 man, I am 100% glad they're doing original Final Fantasy content for the new.
me too.
As somebody
Me too,
who
me
is a
too.
Final Fantasy fanboy, I am glad they're making original shit for this game. Ravana, original to this game, fucking dope, right? So it's like, keep doing shit like that. I'm all about it.
I mean, Endwalker is based in Final Fantasy IV enough anyway that they don't need to cram any more fan service into this. So I think they're good without it and just doing their own thing for the raid series.
I think that like the 24 man content, I don't know. I think there should be a hard mode for 24 man, but maybe that's just me.
That would be interesting because like we get hard modes for like the trials, so getting a harder version of 24 would be really fun, because some of the older locations are really fun to run through because they're so pretty. They were so integral to the storyline at the time. It would be really cool to have like a Crystal Tower series that was Crystal Tower. You know what to expect, but now let's shove a bunch of new mechanics in.
Yeah, Crystal Tower Extreme. Oh,
I mean,
interesting.
that would be so much fun.
Interesting. I mean, I guess one last thing about like Raiders vs casual things. Like what's his name? Yoshi P has always said like, play this game when you want to play it. Stop your sub when you want. Come back when you feel like it. Like that's always been the mantra for this game, and not play. Give us all your money. Never stop your sub. I mean, obviously sometimes they have some sort of retention mechanism. Your house, for example, every
Houses,
25.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's the price you pay to own a plot of land, right? So that's not something that Square Enix didn't tell you. You have to buy this house. You have to. Now you have to pay your sub once every 45 days. But you know what I mean? Like it's so in this content lull, even people like Xeno and them just stop playing this game, right? Like we're just gonna not stream this game, do whatever, and move on with our life until Endwalker comes out. That was the plan, and then Asmongold stepped in, and then
Yeah.
you know the rest.
That's true.
And then like I bet you at some point in time, all of the old 14 content creators were like, I had no idea that I would be doing this now because this game was so dead. I think what Miztech tweeted something about how she's gotten more views on some random video of hers or videos of hers on YouTube than ever before, and it's during this time where it's a super content lull
Right.
for a game. It's like, okay, yes. So like, you just don't play the game when you don't want to and come back when you want to. So they happen to come back now because it's super hot. It's a hot thing. Everyone's doing it.
I definitely think that it is a good time for new players to be playing, because since everybody is expecting Endwalker to be really, really, really good, and WoW being shit, New World being glitchy, what else are people playing, right? They're trying to scratch their MMO itch, and Final Fantasy is now in the spotlight. And look, they did the all women ultimates.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and it's
that was awesome.
and it's just like, oh, what made them decide to do that? It's like, well, if the eyes are on the content, then we need to create more content for it. And I am all for new content, and it's been, even though I don't play as much, it is nice to watch it and seeing other people still playing it, and it's like, oh, that's pretty dope to watch.
I'm actually surprised that someone hasn't tried to do something similar to some of the other kind of MMO style games where like you take your ultimates, you make 4 teams of raiders, and you get certain points given or taken away depending on things that happen in the raid, and you guys basically test each other to see who is actually the best raider on some of the older contents, kind of like a sport game sort of show.
And like a challenge mode.
Here, and it kind of goes along the lines of the all-girl group of raiders.
They
the same idea.
actually-
Who did that?
We
They did the
actually
one
do.
weekend raid. Who was it?
Echo,
Echo.
except that one weekend turned into they're continually doing it now. They only wanted to, like, it's so funny. They wanted to just do a weekend, and then
yep, they did
the
the whole
majority
tier.
of them were
Or
like,
they
this
did the
game is
whole-
so fucking good.
They did the whole
There are-
raid series.
Yep, I think the last time I watched them, they were like dying to like 1%, 0.1% on Shiva. But anyway,
Beautiful.
they did like 3.1% wipes or some shit like that. But like I think it was Scripe or whatever from Echo. There was a clip of him where he was just like, "Chat, what the fuck? How come you guys haven't told, like, of all, like you guys know about all these games. How come like 0% of you guys have ever recommended me playing Final Fantasy 14? And this game's been up for 8 years.
Yeah.
Like he was mad at chat for not telling him to play 14 earlier.
I don't know, man. Every time they're just like, "Oh no, man, it's an MMO," and it's kind of like, "Well, there's that."
True.
It's weeb shit.
Oh yeah, it's weeb
weeb- Anime
trash.
cat girls, right? Yeah.
So
Uh,
I
um,
don't know, man. It's one of those.
That's when you look them dead in the eyes and say yes, and you
They
could
act-
be that cat girl.
Yeah, they actually do have something similar, not exactly to like how you described it for certain fights. They have like FF Logs has like community challenges. I don't know if you've seen that before, but it was something stupid like they say you can only do what was that Shiva Light Rampant a certain way, like so you
Oh,
can't like
you
cheese
can only
it.
use it like bow tie or something, right?
Yeah, all in the end, the last circle has to be tanks and only tanks. So you have to somehow rejigger that mechanic so that it ends up such that only tanks and healers become the people who soak the last
Oh no,
tower. or something.
Ilya only.
Yeah. No, that's like TF all the way. But you know what I
That
mean?
would definitely
They
be
do
an
that.
interesting series. Like if you
Like, we-
you had a list like that, and a streamer just went through with their raid group, and
Well,
like
what I'm
or
saying
had
is
the two
they-
raid groups do it. Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying is there is a list like that, but it's just not many people do it. That's all.
Yeah. That would be fun. That would be fun. But like I said, I'm surprised I don't see more of that as more and more people kind of get into Final Fantasy and the raid groups are bored. Like
There
now
might
would be
be-
a great time for that.
Yeah, there might be more of that now because people enjoy raiding. I don't know, like I feel like it's a love-hate relationship with this game where like the people who play it hate it but play it because they've been playing it for so long. I don't know,
Stockholm?
like yeah, Stockholm. It's like a weird Stockholm syndrome. Because like a lot of the raiders that I used to talk to hated this game. They straight up just they didn't look forward to raiding. They they dreaded it, and then the thought of doing like optimization runs or whatever. Oh, how can we do this better? Like was appalling. They were like, ugh, no, never.
Oh no, I like this game. I don't know like how hardcore I'll get into it, but I know like I'll probably get rating FOMO and just want to do an ultimate.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's nice.
It's so fun.
What's
It's
nice
so
about
fun.
ultimate is there's no deadline for it.
Yep.
You have a group, and you just learn the mechanics till you win, right? It's not
Yeah.
like you're racing with when you're doing prog. It's like every week you don't clear, you're 1 week behind on gear.
Or, yeah, it's either you're world first or you're not.
Yeah,
That's
so it's just
basically
like-
it for
and it
for
just-
ultimates.
It just gets shittier every week, especially if you're a tank like we are, right? And
God.
you're not getting
Yeah.
gear for longer because tanks don't get gear. And if you're not clearing, that means it's even longer before you get gear, and it's like, this shit fucking sucks. So maybe doing an ultimate would probably be better for someone like me who didn't look for a raid group, who wasn't like, oh, do I want to do week 1 prog? I'd only do a week 1 prog if like there was a group that had like 7 out of 8 and they're like, hey, are you available? I'm like, sure. I'll join it. But yeah. Oh man. All right, so next topic is, what do you guys think is going to happen at the end? This is the finale of the Heidelin and Zodiac story. What do you guys think will happen? And what do you think can happen afterward? Like story-wise. Like, where could they go?
I have absolutely no input in this. Other than I hope that when this ends, I hope they somehow find a way to absorb the Final Fantasy 11 storyline and make like the 11th or something, and like you somehow get like fucking moved into Vanadil and go through fucking Zillard, COP, Treasures of Uttergon, Wings of the Goddess, and so on and so forth as 14, but you're like doing that storyline in 14. I feel like that's something that I would enjoy, because then it's like I don't have to play 14 or 11 to finish the storyline. I'll just play it in 14. I don't know how the fights are gonna go down because I didn't think about it that much, but you know.
So you want to like canonically add Vanadil to one of the shards, essentially.
I mean,
The
we already
11th
got
shard.
we got Shantoto and we got the samurai girl.
Oh,
Already
or
in this
Iroha.
game?
She's
Iroha.
actually still in the world because she never got teleported back.
Yes,
to,
I mean it's
for the
already
story.
it's already the pieces are there. If you really want to do the 11 thing.
You're right. They should
I
just
mean-
do it.
I mean, I thought of something similar, but not exactly just putting in 11 entirely, but like, because you can do like the COP or not COP though. Which expansion in 11 had like the time travel stuff? And,
Oh, Wings of the Goddess.
Wings.
yeah, the
those
WOG.
wings.
Yeah, so you can do wing stuff. I mean, you can do like so that you can explore a lot of like the. Oh, we can actually go to Garlemald now in its glory instead of a busted ass Garlemald that we're gonna see in the next.
Yo,
in
what if they took
Endwalker.
you to 1.0?
Yeah, or you can go to Quarthus when it's all green and stuff.
when it
or,
was a copy paste.
Yeah, the copy paste maze and
In the Shroud? Oh
in
the
god,
Shroud.
dude, no.
You know, technically, we have those those maws, those cavernous maws. That model was
It's the same
was
one from 11.
11.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
for
Atmos,
teleporting-
Atmos
that
things.
yeah,
Yeah,
was to teleport between President Pass.
that's right. That's right. Oh,
So it's all here. The groundwork is laid out.
He's ready, guys.
I'm ready for it.
hey man, what? I'd be mad if they're like, oh, you get a bonus if you transferred your character from 11, because I didn't do that. I totally
Finally,
didn't do that.
my time to shine after all
I know
these years.
exactly, right? Damn it. I didn't want to pay the sub for both games.
Like I still got my 11 token. My
Oh
log-
shit!
Just
Yeah,
in
that-
case.
No, it still works. I still use it for this game. Like
It
it's
was
like
the one-time
endless
password
battery.
thing. It's like a Google
one-time password, and I got like it came with an in-game necklace to let you take another boat ride or something. I forget. It was really dumb, but I was like, oh, it's totally worth it for another ferry ride. Hell yeah.
For real? Really?
Yeah, there was like there was like two bonuses. Like one was to expand your gobby bag, and the other one was to like give you a free boat ride in Mahara or something, or Juno, a free Juno boat ride.
Oh, that's kind of legit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's totally worth it then for this security token.
What I bought Faye the Leviathan necklace, and it came with like a teleport to like, God, where was it? It was like somewhere dumb, like the Tenshoto or something. It's like, why the hell would you want to teleport there? But it was essentially a free warp, right? I mean,
The Den of Rancor.
it was somewhere. It was just hella
Where?
dumb, and I was like, why? I guess the Leviathan necklace, right? Then just somewhere shitty. Yeah, they don't have anything in this game for that, huh? They don't want any pay-to-win stuff, right? Except for the earring that gives you extra XP.
No, that's just not pay to win. That's just pay to go a little faster. Not even that much faster.
True.
But I don't know, man. Prediction wise, I mean that's a lot to wrap up because they've been going for a decade with this shit. So
I think Alizé and Alphanaut are both gonna die,
Oof, one of them's gonna die.
and
you
easily,
heard that
easily
theory?
one is gonna die.
like because there's that theory like I think it was like whoever talks last in a trailer.
And the
in
way
in
he
release
said
trailer
it,
always dies.
and then like
Right.
Final Fantasy IV references, the twins turn themselves to stone. So you have the Final Fantasy IV game, you know, going to the
Yeah,
moon.
if
You got the Dark
if
Knight
they
turned
said-
to a paladin.
I love Final Fantasy IV so much. So
You
if they go
you got
full four, man.
Estinian going from turning to his holy dragoon. You got all of that shit, dude. I'm just saying, Alzay and Alphen are gonna die.
Oh,
one of them.
and does that make is Lise, is she Yang?
No, she would be like Ursula. She's Ursula,
Okay.
the daughter of Yang.
Oh, we're gonna find out her dad is Yang or something like the
Yeah.
same way that Kyan is.
And yeah, Cayenne and Hien, yeah. And then what is it? Who is it? Trying to think of. Yo, do you see? You guys seen the live letter? They had you can get like the Paladin Cecil outfit. You have Rydia for Summoner.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I saw that.
The was it is it Tome Gear?
Is that the Tome Gear?
I forget. I know.
Or is it the AF?
Remember.
No, it's not the AF. It's not.
No, it's not the AF.
Because that's the trailer.
I think it's Tome Gear. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking legit, dude. That's fucking tight.
But but what are they gonna do for Dragoon? Because Kane's gear has been this game since 2.0.
It's forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit modified here and there.
No, like I said, they're gonna do his after years Holy Dragoon outfit.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're gonna give him that shit. Oh man, I don't know. Like, I don't know where they can go afterwards, because if the story just ends, what, 6.2 or 6.1? The story ends.
1. Yeah, they said the entire thing we
6.1.
wrapped
So
up.
it just ends, and so it's like it has to be like it has to just start something like, what's the segue essentially, right? From that, does like
we will see.
does Heidelin and Zodiac, like, since we pretty much realized that neither one of them are good and neither one of them are bad. They're just literally opposites of the same coin, two sides of the same coin. If it just ends in a neutral sort of thing, or they both blow each other up. I don't know. It has to segue into something, because everything always segues. There always is a reason to go somewhere else. So, we'll
and the
see.
game has always been very good at balancing kind of something new, but like recycling some of the old. So yeah, a lot of the stuff from 4 might come in this expansion, but like I have a really hard time guessing where the track will end, because they're gonna want to end it in such a way that everyone's gonna want to come back to play and continue to play after they finish the storyline. But at the same time, it's like they're not gonna want to oversaturate us with stuff from Final Fantasy IV, or are they? It's really hard, and they've done a really good job up to this point not being too overboard for the main storyline and still kind of making it our own. I am super afraid for the twins, because in that shattering picture in the trailer, one of the twins is not in there.
Yep, I saw that too. I noticed that too.
So I'm like, so yeah, and plus on top of it, we have so many characters that have been slated for "Why aren't you dead already?"
Lise.
So
he should have died.
Thancred has almost died a couple times. Let's go down the path road of Ishtola, who really should legitimately be dead 2 times over. So it's hard to say.
I don't think they can kill her. She's like the face of the franchise.
She's in
They made a
Dissidia.
creepy doll of her.
Maybe that's why they made the creepy doll of her. Maybe it's their last chance. But
Too popular.
She is very popular.
She was in Dissidia. She can't die.
It's true. She'll live forever in Dissidia.
No, I'm trying to think if any of those characters in Dissidia on the main character side, if any of them died in their respective story. None of them.
Don't know, but yeah. So there's lots of people that have almost died in Final Fantasy 14. A lot. Like, I thought we were gonna lose Thancred for a while in Shadowbringers, but he got better. So yeah, I have no real good guesses, because whatever I guess is gonna be wrong, because I've been wrong with the ending every single time.
If we lose one twin, it will be Alize, because the trailer leans hard on Alfino being the one to die.
But then it means
So
he's
I
a
think
shitty ass healer. He could have healed her. He shouldn't have switched jobs.
It's the red herring. That's all I'm saying, because the trailer is making me think one thing, but they'll do another.
If he stayed as a summoner, he could raise. I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, like, I hope none of them die, but I just really feel like at least one of them.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't know. I've been wrong a couple times. Like, I didn't think that they were going to leave us hanging with the Sultana, and then the next expansion just be like, it's
She's fine.
It's
You
fine.
know, I
She
didn't
got
like
better.
that. I didn't like that.
I hated
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I didn't like it either.
It's the, it cheapens death of like, you know, when they brought Superman back. It's like, oh, no, death isn't permanent. And so you're like, oh, this person will come back. And then like it cheapens it. And Sultana should have stayed dead.
I will admit, I've spent this entire time hoping that we will find out that that's not really the Sultana, that she's
She's
been
a
dead
Skrull?
this entire time. Something. But
They
yeah.
already did the twin thing with Lise though, so they can't do it twice.
Hey, well,
It's also about
Papalymo
8
stayed
years,
dead,
I
right?
don't know.
Papalymo stayed dead.
Yeah, but no. I mean, I don't remember any big Papalymo fans, honestly.
We find out in Endwalker
Really?
that
People didn't like him?
Elves never die.
I mean, like
I
not to the
love
point of like
Papalymo.
other characters. I never like not to the point of like Ezael or anyone else. Like I don't well, maybe just people I knew didn't really care that much at the time. So like it didn't hit me as hard.
What if
I
Papalymo
thought it
was
was-
hot? Would it change?
I will admit,
like-
I was sad when he died, but I'm the only one in the free company who was sad, I think.
Yeah, or
Maybe
like
Carlos.
at like at FanFest, like there were memorials for hot
Harshafant.
chocolate guy. Yeah, for Harshafant, but there was no one, not even like Esail or anyone else had a memorial at FanFest. So
That's
That
true.
one, that attachment to that character always confused me. Because I always thought he was so creepy. And then he did this really cool thing, and I was like, oh, that's so sad. And then like people are like, oh, I've always loved him, and there's this memorial, and I'm like, what?
They just need to make memorials for Amuro. Seto, the Amuro. He's the best.
It's true. That's true. That's very true.
All right,
Oh,
well,
well.
we are on our last topic. Okay, what are you guys most excited for?
I want to see where they're gonna leave us off. Like, how do you come to a huge conclusion like this with us playing characters that are essentially gods in two different shard realms that can do anything? And how do you take us to the next storyline? Like, how do we get off this train onto the next one? That is what I'm most looking forward to.
What about you, Ben?
I mean this. Yeah, it's kind of cliche, but the story, just because remember how over the top anime it got at the end of 5.0, at the end of like if they do more of that, I'm all in, because that's like when the story was at its best. Or is the same story lead like
Yep.
the
She's
the
doing
lady
it.
from
Yep.
Yeah, see, so I have every faith that the story's gonna be excellent because she writes a great story. So
What about you, Jeff? Oh, Jeff's. You know, like, besides the story, I think like the story's a given. It's a story-driven game, heavy narrative. But like, I want to see the new fights because, like, the 24 man, the bosses are supposed to be based off of the Zodiac Braves, and we've only fought one of them in that one dungeon, Temple of the Fist.
Oh, okay.
Ralgar. Wait, was that him?
oh
yeah, something
the-
Coral
the-
Fist.
yeah.
That guy. And like, so we're supposed to be fighting, the 12 gods, right? Or the 12 zodiacs. So that's dope. And then there's like the anima. Obviously, 10
Anima's-
anima fight.
cool.
Okay, that's dope. And then like, we got that little teaser of like the map arena of the raids, the 8-man raids, and it's like, oh shit, that looks hella cool, especially if it's something totally original. I really want to see what kind of new mechanics they pull. And then, I mean, the ultimate's Thornton versus Nidhogg. It's like, come on. Like, Dragon Song War in a fucking fight? That's gonna be so fucking cool. So, a lot of the battle content I'm really excited for. Maybe it's because, like, my main class didn't change much. So, it's kind of like, okay, I'm not too excited about class changes because mine didn't change. And I think story is it too much to say that it's like I'm already expecting the story to be good? I'm already putting it on a pedestal because the writer. So, did you guys know the writer also did the Ninja and the Dark Knight quest lines?
I knew Dark Knight. I didn't know Ninja.
Yeah, I didn't know about Ninja.
The Ninja
yeah.
one was also hella good. Or you had to
Yeah,
like
it was
sneak
good.
around, like actually do ninja shit and like spy on people. It was actually really fucking cool. So it's like, and then when I found out she did that too, I was like, oh, that makes sense. She's a really fucking good writer. So, I think it's given that the story will most likely be very, very good. So I'm not putting my hopes down for the story. Like I'm pretty sure it'll be good.
Yeah, I remember. We made her cry at PAX.
We did. We gave her a
Yeah,
standing ovation.
Yeah, she was not expecting that warm of a welcome. So, have they announced any other or hinted at any other primals or boss fights? Like, didn't they show the three sisters from Final Fantasy IV, or
Do you
could they
want to
just be a
know?
dungeon boss? Sure, I mean,
They're the three bosses for the first dungeon.
okay, all right.
Second dungeon? First or second dungeon?
So I mean, that's
So
cool that they got that. I'm just trying to think of like what other
well, if you think
what they can do for primals in this game.
if they're doing 10, right? So you'd have like they've already started doing the lunar versions, right? Because we got Lunar Bahamut.
Right.
So then you got Final Fantasy 10 boss. So who like and then now you got the Maga Sisters. You got Anima and then now you got the Maga Sisters. So it's like they could do lunar summons because that's all Asahi's bullshit, right?
And lunar moon. All right.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So they'll probably try to smash those two together. I don't know. That could be maybe the direction they're going.
It would be a good direction.
Yeah. Well, we have it would have been tomorrow night, but we got 2 weeks, so make sure you
Okay.
guys desynth
got
your
time.
belts. Put shit in your armoire, like all the stuff that can be stored in the armoire. Level all your classes. Make
Find all
sure
your
you
duplicates.
save, do some quests and don't turn them in. Get what else is there? You get your Chloe books. You can have one filled out, and then you
I didn't figure that one.
you save a complete book without turning it in. You get fucking 25% of a level. Boom. Then get your next book. And then it'd be 70. Well, I guess if you're going 81 if you're doing a current class, or 71 if you're doing Sage or Reaper. And with that, I think we're going to call it. Thank you guys for joining in the conversation.
Bye.
It was fun. Follow them on Denia streams on Twitch. You want to plug your Twitch?
Sure, you can find me on Narration 2, the number.
And she does a variety of games, not particularly any one genre. So definitely check her out. Ben, where can they find you?
__ Ben at Twitter. Yeah, not really big on plugging stuff, but I talk about wrestling and anime and whatever's going on. So yeah.
And you guys are already watching my Twitch. That's my name on everything. Thanks again, and that was fun. Probably do it again. Oh, we actually want to do one a month. Oh no, a month would be bad because raid would start. Maybe
before raid.
Right before raid. Yeah, so like after the EX Primal drops, we'll probably go and do another one of these. But thank you guys for joining. Thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you whenever it is I stream, whenever I feel like it. No schedule. Bye guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Jeff says bye. He got dinner, and he had